This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, let's talk about delete statement. So delete statement is used to delete existing records in the table. Okay, so if you have created something duplicate, or if you don't want this particular record no more, and if you have mistakenly created two or more records, so anytime this delete statement is very useful. So delete syntax will go in this way: delete from table underscore name where condition. We'll mention the condition. Condition is very important, as I said earlier. So where clause in the delete statement is very important. If you omit the where clause, all records in the table will get deleted. Okay, so this is still syntax. I'll let you know, or syntax I have already given you. So let's see something I have inserted more, I think in customers table only, right? Customers. I have inserted two duplicate rows. I want to delete this row. But what happens? It will delete both because there is no unique condition over here, right? All are same. So let's see. If you give where condition like this, customer ID 150, you'll get two rows. If you give with the delete statement, these two rows will be deleted now. So let's see how we can give. Delete from customers where customer ID equals to 150. I'm executing it. Two rows are affected. I'll try to select the same query. See, there is no data with the customer ID 150. It's deleted. In the similar way, you can delete as many as you can. So, okay, let me delete from customers persons table as well. Let's select which one to delete. Okay, we'll delete 104 row. Okay, person ID. So I am getting 1. I want to delete it. Delete from dbbo.persons where person ID is 104. Okay. One row got affected, and we'll see whether it's there or not. It's not there. So 104 is totally deleted. Let me add one more here with 104 just for future purpose. Okay, now we'll get 104. Okay, in this way delete statement will work as in the select statement, or sorry, in the update statement, where is very important. In the similar way, for the delete statement also, where condition is very important. If you are not specifying and if you are executing only this particular table, delete from so and so table, all the data in the table will get deleted. So this is about the delete statement. So
This conference will now be recorded.
okay, I'm back. Okay, we will learn about select top clause. Okay, so what is the select top clause and why it is used? So what we will specify here is like number of rows it should return, like how many number of rows it should return in the output. So suppose if you have so many thousands of data, right? Then at that time, like it's not thousands also, it's like millions of data it will be there in real time. So you don't want that many data, you just want some like top 1,000 rows or top 10,000 rows like that. Because getting all the rows which is there in the table, it will take time, and also it may be not useful for you all the time. So you may need only some data, or you may need only the data which was very old, or which is very new, or something in the middle. Okay, so in that case what you will do, you will use the top clause, and you will get the data how many you want to retrieve in the result. So how you will do all this, you can tell. So and one more small note I want to mention here. What is that is, in SQL Server, we will be using top to retrieve this particular top to retrieve all the data. Like if you say like top 1,000 rows will be retrieved. If you say top 10,000, you will 10,000 rows will be retrieved. But in there are one more application, right? Like SQL Server, we have MySQL, we have Oracle database and all. So in MySQL, we will use limit keyword, and in Oracle we use fetch first n rows. N means number of rows, like 10,000, 1,000, 10, like that, 99, 50. How many you want, you can mention that. N rows only. And also we mention row number. Row number. So in each and every different application, we'll be using different keywords for this top clause. So in SQL Server, we use select top clause. Okay. So now in SQL Server and okay, Microsoft Access, we use this syntax: select top number we'll give the column name if you want from table underscore name where condition. We will see with example. If you want me to give for MySQL syntax also, I can give. MySQL syntax goes in this way. So here we use limit and we give some number like limit 100, limit 20, like that. So let's go for with an example. Okay. So example goes, we'll take persons. So select start from persons. So person ID starts from 100 to 115. I just want to, we have how many rows? We have 16 rows. Okay. So, but I want only top 10 rows. So what I will do, I'll give select top 10 star from persons. So I'll only get top 10 rows. If you see, I have got only the top 10 rows. In the similar way, we can do like this. Instead of star, we can give some other column name. We can give person ID or we can give first name, like that. So I want to give first name here. So top 10 first names are here. In the similar way, you can give number of columns, like column name, any column name you can give and you can mention here. So now the question is like, if you give the top 10, right? I'm getting from ascending order to descending order, right? So it was retrieving the oldest data, top oldest data. I can see like I have created this person ID 100 first and person ID 115 last. But I want to get the top 10 rows which are created new. So what I can do at that time is I can use order by. I'll show you how. So if you use top 10, select star top 10, select top 10 star from persons, I'm getting 100 to 109, right? But I want to get 115 to how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 115 to 106 I want to get. So what I will do, simply I'll use order by clause, order by descending order. So what happens? This 115 will come first. So it will take, it will sort out from 115, 114, 113 like that. And from 115 to 106, it will retrieve for me. So order by person ID, descending. Let's see how it goes. See, from 115 to 106. In this way, by giving some order, by sorting out, you can get the top rows. You can get top 100 rows, you can get top 1 row, whatever you want. So how many rows you want in the result you can get, and you can get the bottom rows and you can get the top rows simply by using the order by clause. Okay. So this is about the top clause. We will discuss about min and max functions. Okay. Minimum function. So if you want to suppose in real time how it happens is like, I want to know, like suppose if I'm a student or if I'm an employee in particular company or in particular college. Okay, let's take a college. So suppose there is a student called Priya, and we will be having the subjects, right? I wanted to know like Priya's how much she scored in M2 or how much she scored in physics, or I want to know in the whole class, like in total 2013 batch, which person has got the least marks or which person got the highest marks. In this way, I just wanted to know very easily, but I don't know like how to sort it out. Then when if you want to know the 2013 batch minimum marks, you can use this minimum function, and if you want to know the maximum marks of that 2013 person, you can use it, you can use max function. So similarly, how minimum function returns the smallest value of the given column, and in the same way max largest value. Let's see the syntax. Select minimum of, we need to specify the column name, so that in college if it is so, we need to specify the subject name, or we need to specify the batch name. If it is an employee, we need to specify the employee ID, or we need to specify the salary, minimum of salary, which column you want the minimum value, which column you want the maximum value. You need to have an, then you can mention that particular column name over here. If it is an company, then you need to know, like, select minimum of salary, select maximum of salary, so like that. From, we need to mention, obviously we should mention the table name, and we should give the condition as well if it is there. If condition is not there, you want to know the everyone's data, you can, no need to mention the condition. Depending upon the requirement, or depending upon the value you want to get the, suppose depending upon the value you want to retrieve, right? You need to give the where condition. It's like totally optional also, because you are not updating or you are not inserting anything, so you can easily skip this particular where functionality. But if you have some specific thing, like, no need to mention it, or we need to mention it specifically, then we can mention. Similarly, max syntax is also same. Let's take an example. So in this orders table, I want to get the minimum order date. Okay, I will get. So what would be the minimum order date? It's obviously 2019 May 1st. Minimum of order date from orders table. I got the minimum, right? 2019 5/1. I can give any alias name over here, like this. In the similar way, you can get for other tables, other columns as well. In the persons table, let's see for address and person ID how it will give. Select minimum of person ID from persons table. It's 100. The same way, can get for the address. See, we have an empty value, that's why it's giving the minimum value as empty value. So in the same way we can get it for maximum also. Max order date in the orders table is 2021-8/23. If you observe, this is the greatest value, highest value. And here the maximum person ID, I think it's 115. Let's see. It's 115. And the maximum address, it's Stavanger. Let's see that. It is taking the character length 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 character length this address is having Stavanger. Other than that, everything is having less than 7 only. That's why it's taking the max of addresses like this. But in real time, we will use this to find out the maximum salary, minimum marks, maximum marks. Like okay, in the supermarkets also you can find out the minimum price of that particular product, maximum price of that particular product. If you take the example of suppose sugar, okay, sugar is manufactured by, let's think, like 4 companies, and 4 companies exactly they won't give the same price, right? So let's think like A, B, C, D companies. A is giving the cheapest and I mean, A is being the cheapest and quality is also best. And B is giving the moderate value and C is giving the highest value. In that case, for the sugar, I wanted to know the minimum price which company is giving. So in that case, we will just give this minimum of that column name price from so and so table, and we'll get the lowest price which company is giving, and we'll go for that. Okay. So this is about minimum and maximum.
మేడం వేర్ కండిషన్ పెట్టి ఒకసారి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తారా?
ఇదా?
ఎస్ మేడం, మినిమం అండ్ మాక్సిమం ఏదో ఒకటి, మినిమం ఆర్ మాక్సిమం.
ఓకే, సో వేర్ కండిషన్ పెట్టాలి అన్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే సో ఇక్కడ డూప్లికేట్స్ ఉండాలి. డూప్లికేట్స్ ఉంటేనే, ఆర్ ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు మాక్సిమం తీయక్కలేదు. అప్పుడు సపోజ్ చెప్తాను, అడ్రస్ ఉందనుకో, ఆర్ సిటీ ఈక్వల్స్ టు విజయవాడ. విజయవాడ వి హ్యావ్ అరౌండ్ 4 డేటా కదా. ఈ 4 డేటాకి మాక్సిమం పర్సన్ ఐడి ఏది ఉంది, 111, అది వస్తుంది. సో ఐ షో. Okay, understood.
Okay.
In the same way, you can get for minimum also. One not eight.
యాస్ అని పెట్టి అది కంపల్సరీ మేడం, యాస్ అనే కండిషన్ పెడతారు కదా.
As is an alias name. Okay, if you don't give also, it will run. It's not mandatory field. When you are running this, right, you will get the result, but your column name is there, right? It will be displayed as no column name. Okay, if you want to give some column name to this, then you will mention as, and you mention some column name over here. Temporary column name for this execution. So if you execute it, you will get the name of it. You can change it also. You can give like largest value, small, any value, any name, whichever you feel. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll discuss about count. So why this count we will use? So count defines the number of rows, total number of rows in that particular table or in the specified condition you have given. Suppose you have some table called products, okay? You want to know how many rows are there in that particular table. Rows is directly means like how many different items are there in your supermarket. So that indirectly means the rows from products table, right? So in that way you will know how many items are available in your supermarket and how many are this much cost, how many are very low cost, and how many is selling so fast, and how many needs to be stopped buying, and all we can discuss later. But count will easily will retrieve the total number of records available in that table. If you are specifying any condition, it will give that condition as well. So count is a function, and it returns the number of just a second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let's see count syntax. Select count of, you can mention the column name, or you can mention star, you can mention one, it depends.
మేడం కౌంట్ చెప్పారు అనుకుంటా మేడం ఆల్రెడీ.
కౌంట్ స్పెసిఫిక్ గా సింటాక్స్ చెప్పలేదు. I have told in some other keyword or some other function, but specifically గా count గురించి చెప్పలేదు.
కౌంట్ అండ్ అలియాస్ నేమ్స్ అని చెప్పారు.
Sorry?
కౌంట్ అండ్ అలియాస్ నేమ్స్ అని చెప్పారు. సెలెక్ట్ కౌంట్.
Yeah. So example చెప్తాను. Select count of, I'll give some star, okay? From persons table లో 15 rows ఉన్నాయి కదా, 15 rows I feel. Let's see. I think 16 rows we have. Let's check once. We have total 16 rows. When you are retrieving the data, right, it is retrieving the count of 16 rows. So 16 is the count. So here also we don't have any column name specified. You can give same alias names like count underscore person, something like that. And in the similar way, you can also get the count of orders table. See, in the orders it's 3 columns, in persons it's 16 columns. So if it's very simple if you are seeing here, but in practically, right, suppose in persons table if I have like 100 million data, So if you click on select star from persons, it will be not executing this fast. It may take like 10 minutes of time, or it may take like 20 minutes time or 30 minutes time as well, depending upon the data you have in that particular table. So at that time, if you want to know the count from that particular table, you can simply give the select count of star from this particular table, and you can get the total count. And you can think like, okay, this there are so much of data, or there is so much of data in this particular table. So do I need to retrieve all the data? Because if it is not required, right, to retrieve all the data, it's your time waste. It's like very time consuming task. So whatever you need, you can just mention like in the where condition, and you can get the data. Or else, if you need something like, if you need the total data, then you can give like select star from so and so table, and you can retrieve it. But if you don't require the total data, by getting the count, you can simply what you can do, like you can give some conditions depending upon the requirement, and you can go through it and you can execute it. So in the similar way, you can give, in the place of star, you can give 1 also. It will execute. 1 means the first column. It will give the first column count, okay? And also similarly, you can give the column names. Okay. Now what I want to do is, in the ordered persons table, I want to get the count of this last name, okay? So last name I am getting 16. Now I know that in the persons table, I have some duplicates. If you see, I have Shrinu, two Shrinu, or no, three Shrinus I have. I have something like two Banu, something like that. We have some duplicates in the last name. So I don't want the count of this duplicates. Okay, then I'll use the distinct keyword in the count. You can observe, right? There are 11. Actually, there are 16. But if you take the distinct last name, there are only 11. In the similar way, in the first name also, we have some duplicate data. And I want to get only the unique data. See, there are 12 unique rows, unique first names in this particular table. So in this way, you can change the counts. You can use as per your requirement. Okay.